There we are. We live. We live. Cam Live, digital Soapbox Network. Saturday Night Live with Brother Cam. Greetings. Peace to you this weekend, first half of the weekend. Saturday Night Live, and you see the title and the thumbnail. Who put this U.S. political empowerment battery, this U.S. politics battery in our sisters' backs against Donald Trump and against us, men, black men, their own men, own brothers? Who put this United States this United States politics empowerment battery in our sisters' backs? You see that thumbnail? You see all of our sisters out in the front, the loudest and the most visible against the orange man. Who put the battery in their back? Who gave them the spotlight, gave them the money, who gave them the funding, who gave them the support, who gave them the courage, who gave them the blessings? Who put the battery in their back and charged up their emotions past 10, past F, past the full line on the gas tank? And now what will be the consequences of their epic failure, of the failure of such? Because they're out there now. You know, we all familiar with these faces and these names and what they had to say and what they did. But unfortunately for them, they failed. Epic fail is what they call it. Now the question is, what will the consequences be? I seen this yesterday, or I seen it earlier today, but I meant to put it up. I just didn't want to trigger no little algorithms. But I saw that, that was a few days ago. Breaking news: President Trump signs the capital punishment penalty for treason within the United States. Who is that for? Who is that for? What is treason? Matter of fact, I wasn't prepared for this, and let me just do my etymology online, dictionary definition words, because that's what we do over here as students of the NOI. We go to the dictionary. It means to betray of trust, disloyalty. Ooh, that is something else. Ooh, that's gonna fall right in line with this subject. Peace. Let me put this in the chat. Peace, the Marcus. Peace to you. Invent, Ahmad Jabril, Wrench Mob. Man, that right there, if that don't say it all. So let me put this back up here. Let me get this right and put this on the screen so we can compare notes real fast. And that says President Trump signs, deletion penalty for treason within the United States. And the definition of treason is betrayal of trust, disloyalty, breach of faith. Now listen to this.
People that were most loyal to me are people that I didn't think would be. Some of the people that were least loyal to me are people that I think I would have treated them differently. I think I would have treated different groups differently. I would have wiped the floor with the guys that weren't loyal, which I will now do, which is great. I love getting even with people. But
this is
you love.
That's 1992. Keep in mind, he ain't had nothing to do. Even though it says CNN politics, I don't know what the freak, Disney freak Charlie Rose was talking to Donald Trump about at that time in 1992 regarding politics. But he was nowhere near the president of the United States or running for the president, and he had this to say about people being disloyal, as we just put up the definition of treason.
Of getting even.
Oh, absolutely.
But tell me, you're going to get even with some people.
Yeah, I know. If given the opportunity, I will get even with some people that were disloyal to me. I mean, I had a group of people that were disloyal.
But how do you define disloyalty?
They didn't come to my aid.
Well, what did they do? They turned their back on you?
No, but they didn't do small things that would have helped. You see, I'm so loyal to people. Maybe I'm loyal to a fault, but I'm so loyal to people that when somebody's slightly disloyal to me, I look upon it as a great act of horror.
Great act of horror. So much so that now, as president in his second term, President Trump signs the capital punishment penalty for that horror within the United States. You heard it. He's staying consistent, like it or not. And that brings me to these dear sisters of ours that tried everything they could and gathered all their superpowers together into one big estrogen, bomb, but it was a failure. It wasn't able to get rid of him. So he's in power now against all of our prayers and our manifestations and our saging and all this zodiac sign stuff we believe in, all our rainbow, empowerment, free love, body my choice, whatever it is that we believed in and got us this far, or got our sisters this far. All of that put together did not work. And now this is what my man got to say about people that were disloyal to him or that is treasonous. And let's go back to the definition again of treason. And that says betrayal of trust, disloyalty, breach of faith, treachery, surrender, delivery, surrender, handing down, or giving up. Not sure what that part of it means. To give, but basically it means to betray. To betray. So many of our sisters and brothers feel like, or feel like he's betrayed us or betrayed America. But when did you ever start believing in America? When did you, as a black descendant of slave, ever start believing in America? Are you guilty of betraying your own black people and the reality of the enemy that has destroyed us for the last 470 years? Who's the betrayer here? Who's doing treason? Is it Trump doing treason against America and you when we know the history of his people regarding us? Or are you doing the treason, believing in and buying into the American system against your own people, against your own men especially? Is that accurate? Is that accurate? The boss says against America, treason is against America. Well, who's American citizens? Who is America? Are we Americans? Are the people that never received reparations and worked for 310 years straight chattel, physical bondage, torment, oppression, affliction, so-called slavery, for can't see it in the morning, can't see it at night for three centuries? Are we Americans? Have we ever enjoyed the rights of American citizens? So are we delusional? Do we think that we're going to get free or equal rights or equal power or empowerment by participating in the United States political system? That's treason. That's a form of treason against your people that knows that won't work. You got the history and the nature and the current actions of these people. So for us to even believe that and buy into that, that's a form of treason against your people, ain't it? Or am I looking at it wrong? Am I looking at this wrong? Let me let some of y'all hop on the live if you want to talk about it and walk about it. Talk it like we walk it. This is like I said, this is the thumbnail. We see all of these high profile people that got jobs and got high positions. All they have to do is stand up and talk against the orange man. Get together, use all your melanin powers, all your influence, all your sister girls, sorority connections, all your whatever you got going on, put it together and influence, use your vote, use your buying power, your spending power, use all your powers to prevent this one individual from returning to the seat of presidency. Was that successful? Was that successful? What's foreign collusion? Boss, hop on the live, boss. The boss. I don't know what you mean. Who wasn't doing foreign collusion? What was Hunter Biden and Joe Biden doing? What was George Bush and George Bush Jr. doing? Who wasn't doing foreign collusion? What president was not doing foreign collusion against the well-being of America's citizens? Please hop on the chat, hop on the live. Honor roll, salute, honor roll, wrench mob number 2 in the building. Who put this politic empowerment battery in the backs of our sisters, though? We can get on that. We can get back on that subject if you want to show up, or 304 up. But who put this battery, this politics battery in our sisters' backs against Trump and against us? Who did that? Who put them on the front line? Who put them out there and put the camera in their face and a microphone in front of their mouth? Who put them in these corporate political circles? Who passed over all of the qualified, white, Jewish, Latino, Asian, and others to make sure it was black women? Who did that? Keith says the Democrats. Who is the Democrats? You gotta go deeper than that. What is the Democrats? What is that? What does that mean? Who backs the Democrats? Who funds and powers and whose ideas do the Democrats carry out? What are they called? Finish. Williams, peace from the NO. Salute. Honor Rose say Dwight with Women's Lib movement. Who's behind that? Who is behind Dwight and them? Dwight liberal movement. Women's Lib, liberal liberation movement. Who's behind Dwight and them? Bingo long on a row. So why don't we call it what it really is? Why don't we go to the source and to the root? Why we don't call out these people right here? Why do we always say Democrats? Why are we so coward that we only want to say Democrats, but we don't want to say who Democrats are? Whose agenda is the Democrats? What agenda is the Democrats carrying out? That if the Democrats represents all this liberal stuff and rainbow stuff and free love and land of the free to be a freak, free to be a rebel against the laws of nature, whose agenda is that? C Gamer, the small caps control both Democrats and Republicans. Well, they have. Is that the case now? Is the small caps controlling Trump? C Gamer, is the small caps controlling Trump, as far as you understand? Elmatic, salute, wrench mob. Jabril, $5 such and such is make sure our women in delusional states of thinking. Yeah, by money and media and money and positions of, so-called power or prestige, power, political status, status. That's what excites their egos and their vain desires. That's what gasses them up. That's what charges their battery. Their battery is a look at me. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. It's an ego. It's a pride battery, right? It's masked under real, struggle for rights and struggle for empowerment that they do deserve, but it's been controlled and redirected, in a different direction. AZ 123 on your other channel, West Coast Cam channel, 7 hours ago, you uploaded an old video with that interview with Napoleon many years ago, but somebody used AI to change what I was saying. Oh, I don't know. Nope, I ain't seen that. Right, on a row, it's been co-opted, it's been hijacked, like they do so well. The hijackers, like they do so well, of any honorable cause, any spiritual righteous cause of justice, or the liberation struggle of any people. It's always somebody else that's funding it, that's establishing and founding the organization and putting it into their LLC or their corporation, like the NAACP and SNCC and CORE and all these old black organizations of the 60s. Guess who established them? The same people. Guess who established them? KMS. Oprah Winfrey got $1 million battery in her bag from Kamala Harris to do 1 day of work. Megan Thee Stallion got $5 million battery of 1 day of work, or not even a day. Was that even a day? Was that just 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes? George Allen, walaikum salam. Malika, peace. C Gamer says it could be possible. It could be possible. Remember Alan Dershowitz? Satan got Trump off his impeachment trial, but Allah knows best since he is the master of the. I'm not sure what we was talking about. Small hats control both. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. The small hats ain't the Satans. The dragon. I don't know if you're saying that Allah knows best, and I'm guessing. I'm assuming that you're a Muslim. I'm not sure what kind of Muslim you are. I don't know if you're NOI Muslim or Orthodox Muslim, but if you're NOI Muslim, then you know the definition of who the dragon is. The dragon is different than the beast. So the Satans, if you're talking about Satan that got such and such off name, such and such, if they're small cap is just the beast. Small cap is not the dragon. Small cap is not the dragon. Small caps are not the dragon. Small caps is one of the dragon's beasts that he gives power to. So we're gonna get it all the way specific today. We're gonna compartmentalize and categorize and get it all sorted out today. BL Senior, salute. Loud Pacquiao, a nation can rise no higher than the condition of its women, the mental condition of its women. Absolutely true. So ultimately, who put this battery, is a beast. There is a beast that put the battery behind in our sisters' backs, but the dragon put the battery in the beast back. The dragon put the battery in the beast back, and this particular beast put the battery in our sisters' back. That's how that works. Wali 100, peace to you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By Allah's permission. I'm NOI out of Dayton, Ohio. Oh, for sure. Dragon is there you go then. There you go. So if you know that, then who's controlling who? Who's controlling who? So if Trump and even the Knights Templar, the Knights, or the so-called KKK, or the not Aryan, what you call that, American Nazi Party, are they, what do they claim spiritually? Do they claim Jew or Gentile? Do they claim Judaism, or do they claim Christianity and Catholicism? Right? You know, the dragon has a lot of buffers. The family got a lot of buffers. And the family, you know, the dragon knows how to spread his sons out, his little beasts out, and do what they need to do. And he will pit them against each other and sacrifice them all when he needs to. So are we aware, or are we just going to lump everything, you know? So I'll be very precise, you know, when I bring up a subject. See, Gamer, the picture in the thumbnail was my young godson who decided he wanted to take over my YouTube. The picture in thumbnail. Oh, okay. Got you. All right, got you. Yeah, hit the like button. Y'all hit the like button. Let's get into this. Friday night. Oh, Saturday night. You know, my days be off. Saturday Night Live. Who put the political power battery in our sisters' back against Trump? That's what we really talking about, because Trump is the president now. So no matter how much battery charging or how much you had or whatever you thought you was going to do, what God you prayed to, what sorority sisterhood you stepped for, you know what I'm saying, what connections you had, all of it failed. So now the question is, what will be the consequences? What will Donald Trump, you know, based on what he just said and how he views disloyalty, how he views betrayal, which is called treason, Trump signs a death penalty for treason within the United States government. Why would he do that? Do you think that has anything to do with his political opponents? Do you think that he implemented that in any way to deal with his political opponents, especially those that's out front with the melanin and the estrogen? Is that possible? You know, if he says that they're in collusion with fake news or with voter fraud or voter tampering or rigged elections or using the court system illegally to try to destroy him, why wouldn't he return the favor now? Why would he not return the favor when he's the Don father? He's the Don right now. That's him right now. Right? He fresh off of this and returned to the throne. You know what I'm saying? That's like the Jesus of Rome. They got crucified or attempted to get crucified. So all of the people wept and wailed when they saw him return. Those who pierced him, you know, it had something to do with encouraging him to get pierced in the ear or in the head, and his wound was healed. You know, they was all weeping and wailing when they saw him return to the throne. You know, let me find out where can I see that. Is this it? Yeah, this is the Bible. It said, "And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion, and the dragon gave him power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads of this beast, this dragon's beast, one of the heads of these nations, as it were, wounded to death, and wounded in the head. And his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after this particular beast, whose head of this beast had a head wound that was healed. Not just a physical wound, but a political wound, a economic wound, a public court of opinion wound, a reputation wound. All of that was healed, and he returned to power. And they worshiped the dragon, which gave power unto this beast. And they worship this beast, saying, who is like this beast? Who is able to make war with him? And then there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given to him to continue for 3.5 years. Don't you love it? Don't you love understanding and decoding? I sure do. I sure do. And I sure don't envy those that we tried to warn, because you made yourself famous. You wanted to be famous. And you wanted to be famous for this. Y'all wanted to be famous for this. And now that you are famous, you know, could it be that he wants to make famous examples out of those who he calls treasonous or traitors or betrayer of the Constitution or of the president or of the United States? Because now he has the power to do it, unless, y'all know God, but y'all was getting together praying to God that he would never be president. So don't look like the God y'all was praying to was working. So I don't know. It's kind of rough out here. It's looking kind of rough. Looking kind of hectic if he was believing in this system. He was believing in this Pharaoh's Egyptian, Babylonian political system instead of believing in the God that said the Exodus and get away from it. So it's kind of rough. Station Zero. November 98, Trump filed bankruptcy to not pay construction workers building what was then his newest building. How did the people forget this? None of the system loves. Trump's always been part of the system. Well, he's part of some kind of system now. He's part of his own enthusiasm. So he got his own agenda now for him to be king. So all of them was a part of a system. It's just like England was a part of, or the people that left England and did the Boston Tea Party and revolutionary that revolted against England and came over here to America and became the founding fathers. They was a part of the England system. What that mean? It didn't stop them from breaking off and creating a whole new country that became the superpower that's greater than England now, that got more military might than England do. What that mean? We talking about what is. We're not talking about what was. That's our problem. We stuck in the past. We're not up to modern time. We're not up to date on what the time is now and what must be done now based on the present time. So we know their nature, we know their history, we know their future, the prophecy. But, if we just working for politics and we don't know nothing, this is not a political problem. That's why we're lost. That's why we're, failing and got targets on our heads and our backs now, because we believed in their politics, their pile of tricks, instead of believing in the God and the man of God in your midst for the last 70-something years. So we don't care who the president is. We don't care who the president is. Why would Moses and the God's chosen people give a damn who Pharaoh, who Pharaoh is, who's ruling over Egypt or something? We don't care about what that got to do with us. Unless you want to be with them, unless you want to be them. But here is, again, the StreamYard link. I don't know if anybody wants to ruin your Saturday. You're probably just getting started on your way to party and Vice. Do some Vice or some party or something. But if you ain't, then I would love to converse with you. Seems like I get a kick in upsetting people, but I really love just knocking out falsehood with truth and receipts and conversation. because I want you to know what I know. I want you to understand what I understand. I want you to benefit from what I've been benefiting from, me and my family. Now, I can't force it on you. I'm not forcing nothing on y'all. Say fights always on Saturday, right? Yeah. So I stay on here, man. We just here. We just chilling. But I do want to talk about the condition of my sisters and how, unfortunately, so many of our sisters are, not successful as women. They're not successful in womanhood. So they try to overcompensate and make up for their failure as women. I'm not talking about adult females. I'm talking about women. Womanhood is directly related to your successful relationship with a man, with a black man, a man of your own kind. That's a woman. Motherhood is not necessarily womanhood. Adult female corporate person is not womanhood. Womanhood means your successful relationship with a man of your own kind. That's womanhood. And since so many of our sisters are, failed at that, then they don't want to be, they got to cover that, that failure with a fig leaf. And the fig leaf is in the form of political power or independent businesswoman power or getting my bag power or fame power. And that's all still the F category. That's still failure as a woman. You're just an adult female that might be successful in getting money. Any prostitute, any 304 can get money. Any politrick can say whatever it takes to get some money. All money ain't good money. And in fact, if you believe in God and Jesus, it say the love of money is the root of the problem. That's the root of the evil that we dealing with. Everybody loving a bag. Oh, okay. Oh, I ain't heard nothing about I love my black man. I love the idea of fulfilling my purpose as a woman, because my God that I claim I believe in created the woman for the man. But no, I'm created to get the bag. I'm created for political power. I'm created to rule men. I'm created to be equal with men and all that kind of business. So God will let loose the beast on your ass. You'll unleash the beast on your ass. And we'll see. Can all your political power and all your accolades and all your sisterhood groups and all your sipping paint parties and all your diplomas on your wall, can it stand up against this? Can it stand up against this? Because it couldn't stand up against that. Pick your poison, pick your Satan. You took the Fauci juice, you voted for Biden, and now you want to make war with Trump. All poor, terrible, piss poor decisions. Piss poor decisions. Piss poor decisions. Yeah, do your thing, Daryl. All love, all love. The boss say truth always wins, right? Not emotions. Emotions gets us nowhere. We're not robots. Emotions have value and purpose, and they place us to go behind, to back up logic and reason and intelligent decisions. Then we put the feeling and the passion and emotion behind that intelligent decision. We don't put the emotions up first and then try to clean it up with intelligence. No, that's why we losing. That's why we losing. Lyle Pacquiao, and I'm in total agreement, Cam. So I just remain in the chat. All love. That's all love. It's all love. BL Senior, I bet my last $2 if you invited our people to a party, they would follow instructions and submit. Absolutely. Yeah. If it came to, how skimpy you can wear a mini skirt and how loud you can make your little butt cheeks clap. Yeah, when it came to something real low and real degrading, self-disrespect, yeah, they'd be in the first in line. They love that. Because somebody trying to tell you to clean your life up and actually be respectable and be respectful so people can respect you. Oh no, you too controlling, you too possessive. That's too strict. That's like slavery. Or who you think you are? You won't judge me. You ain't my like. All right, right. Well, you could deal with us, or you can deal with him. You're gonna have to deal with him because you already done tossed us out and said, you know, we ain't no good. You know, we ain't stepping up. You know what I'm saying? You don't need us. So, Zaddy, small cap Zaddy that sold you that dream has just pulled the rug out from under you and you don't even know it yet. And Orange Man, the Orange Don is gonna require that you do that right there. Bend over and kiss his ring. I'll be damned if I could. Well, you will be damned. Because you already believed in the system, in the devil system. So you probably will be damned. You already followed this guy. You already followed that guy. And both of these guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm not lying on you. You already followed him instead of him. Ain't that something? Let's talk about that for a second. I'm going to leave that one up right there. I'm going to leave that one up because this really sums it up. This is who you obeyed, and to the point where you put Lord knows what or devil knows what, Satan knows what into your body and into your children's body, into your family's body. You don't know nothing about that. Well, you do, and you just ignored it because if you did any research, you would see the connection of Dr. Fauci to Bill Gates and to, HIV and AIDS and, quote unquote, research, so-called research of HIV and AIDS and certain patents in the U.S. Patent Office, as opposed to Farrakhan, who has absolutely no smut, no harm, no foul, no lie, cheat, steal, no nothing, have did nothing but give his life and be extra sensitive and gracious and pardoning and patient and forgiving and when it came down to it, look who you obeyed. Look who you trusted. Look who you obeyed. Look who you fought us against. You actually fought him and said that he was irresponsible. Especially, what is this? These little light skin, these little light bright, little high yellow ones right here at the bottom, on the bottom right. On the bottom right. I forgot their names, but the two or three on the bottom right at this picture was publicly calling Minister Farrakhan all kind of crazy stuff regarding this Fauci business that mandate, and saying that he was reckless and irresponsible and all kind of stuff for using his global influence to tell people and tell our people especially to not mess with that Fauci juice. He told everybody on Revolt TV, but from Diddy, even though everybody else that said they would carry the live broadcast, they pulled out. Diddy was the only one that stayed there and allowed it to be played and then replayed it again. And not long after that, Cassie allegations came out. First it was the De Leon, whatever, because this was 2020, then the De Leon lawsuit, and then the Cassie allegations, and the rest is history. But saying all that to say, which one did you trust? Which one did you follow? Which one did you obey? It's on record. It's on record. Why would you ever follow Fauci over Farrakhan? Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever do that? Because we did it. But now we want to act like we didn't do it. Now we act like we didn't say all the shit that we said against God's man. That's God's man. I don't know what God you claim to believe in, especially if you're a Christian, especially if you claim to be Kemetic, you claim to be Hebrew, claim to be Muslim. What God you believe in? That's God man right there on the right. Especially if you black. If you claim to be a black descendant of slaves, that's absolutely your Moses right there. That's absolutely your Jesus right there. Why would you ever choose to follow and believe in and obey and trust this dude on the left or either one of these two dudes? You voted for him. You didn't even vote for your baby daddy. You didn't even give your own black baby daddy a second chance. You gave these niggas second chances and third chances to rule you. To rule you. And to rule us. Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna support this, Jabril. I don't know nobody's gonna support this subject because it ain't just the sisters. You know, they happy because you know brothers that's watching this that know you did the same thing. You voted for these clowns and stuck yourself like Pretty Tony with the Fauci juice too. You don't want me coming on that side of the fence and talking about the black males that should have stood up against it like men and resisted the devil so they would flee and made war with the beast in your own household and wouldn't put your foot down, put the law down and didn't let your baby mama or your wife or your girl or your children take that stuff, but they followed you. Daddy did it. Daddy is the leader. So we following daddy lead. Or my man or whoever, or my boy toy or whatever you are. Why did you trust the science, the so-called science? Why didn't you follow Farrakhan? I don't follow no man. You follow Fauci. That main tough ass niggas talking about I don't follow no man was the main one. Stuck yourself, Pretty Tony. Not with my knife, with your knife. Not what my stick with his stick. You stuck yourself with his stick. Talking about I don't follow no man. Man, on a road saying ain't nobody sticking me. I know that's right. Invent the Fauci Juice Company and its subsidiaries have been assessed $3 billion in criminal convictions, civil penalties, and jury awards. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Shit, probably more than that. Yeah, BL says sold me out for some chicken and some change. Yep. For some weed, some donuts, lottery tickets. They was giving out all kinds of cigarettes, short, shorter sentences if you would just take the Fauci juice, the Jim Jones juice. Y'all Muslims, y'all in a cult. Y'all in a cult like Jim Jones. Oh, we didn't take no juice. Shit, y'all don't want to take the juice. You got the juice now, Bishop. Somebody in a bigger cult than we is. Then the cult we in said don't take nothing. Don't do nothing unnatural. Don't. You got the juice now, Bishop. You the cult. Y'all is in the cult. Hey, Shaniqua, town business. Hey, stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. They couldn't get me. I was outside maskless traveling the whole time. Same here. I was on the plane like 3 people. I was in the airport with like 3 people. Sitting anywhere, the whole row on the airplane. Like, damn, it's crazy. I didn't believe none of the hype. Didn't get sick one time. Yeah, it was incredible. I felt like I was on a movie, like a Twilight Zone movie, but it was a happy Twilight Zone movie. Monique say my older brother going behind that. Yeah, man, may God be pleased with him. Yeah, I mean, so is my family members. I got family members that's gone behind that shit. That's why I'm on here retaliating. Right? You got to clean up your own house. We've been saying who they was and why not to take it, but we still took it. Why? Why did we do that? Well, we didn't have to. Why did we disbelieve our righteous brother, our righteous leader, our righteous brotherhood and sisterhood? Why did we do that? That's what we got to ask ourselves today. Are we still doing that same type of foolishness and on other things regarding voting and who you believe in? Like, why? Why? Because I don't want to follow you. I don't want you to be right and not be wrong. Okay, that's pride. Pride goes before destruction. And we definitely being destroyed for lack of knowledge. It's not a lack, it's for rejecting knowledge. Because we rejected knowledge. God rejected us and our children from pride, which lead to our destruction. Honor roll, have y'all noticed that people who got it act differently for real? Yeah, I noticed a lot of that. Elmatic say, yeah, what's the dude? Juvenile, back that ass up, all of that. Adrian said, my family members who took the Fauci juice pressed the hell out of me for not taking it. They all caught such and such except me. And unfortunately, we don't know what's still lurking. We don't know what's still present in their system. They don't either because they have no clue. They're not virologists. They're not top scientists, whether righteous or wicked. You don't know what Fauci and his team has put together. You don't know what Henry Kissinger and Bill Gates and all them people that's behind that whole agenda had in mind. I mean, you should because it's public record. They told you the agenda, Memorandum 200 and Agenda 21, but you know, we didn't care. We believe in whoever we want to believe in. And we made our choices based on what our desires were. And that's that. Honor Rose say that D3 and magnesium keep that immune system. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what is, I don't know. You got to be proactive now. You wasn't proactive following the instructions of the man of God. So now we got to be proactive in researching what counteracts whatever that is that's in your bloodstream now. That's doing whatever it's doing in your system now because it's in there now. So are we gonna still party and act like it don't exist? And well, I just deal with the problem once I start feeling like okay, all right. We don't want to make war with the beast. We want to make war with everybody else but the beast. We don't want to fight the real enemy or fight the real ill and problem. We want to fight the soldiers that's trying to get you to face it. Point you to the real enemy. You want to fight me because I'm pointing you to the real enemy. You're like, all right, well, let me back on up. You do you. You do you. Roderick Tillman, I didn't take the juice, but I wore the mask. Yeah, we all wore masks. We all wore masks. I knew someone arm muscle was paralyzed when they took it. Sad part, they went for round 2. Yeah, a lot of us did. Shaniqua, town business. I never took a flu shot, and me neither. I never took nothing. After I was a child, after my mama forced them things on me when I was little, and my little sister died from it. And I was raised, I grew up real sickly with all kind of stuff that I never had a problem with before. So I knew it was that. But, I wasn't no Muslim. I didn't know how to say nothing about it. But in hindsight, and seeing the condition of our people's health now and our youth health now and just the rates of all these other stuff like autism and diabetes and heart disease and, we can do you can do the math, you can do the research. It's clear. I'm not gonna get on here and blow nobody's page up, but allegedly, according to you know, what Bobby Kennedy Jr., Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's, I guess, part of Trump's health administration now. You know, you can look that up. Hopefully, Trump relaxes some of these social media sanction restrictions. You heard your boy Mark Zuckerberg trying to cry victim, acting like he was pressured. He was forced and he was pressured to censor and delete pages and, you know what I'm saying, social media and all that. Yeah, I don't believe that. That's your people. That's your uncle in them. BL Senior, my prayers that Trump exposes the ingredients. We'll see. We'll see. And ain't no telling what he'll do now because Satan is casting out Satan. They rolling over on each other. So we'll see. We're going to see things that we ain't never seen them do before. Tango Thomas, exactly. Why did Fauci need a pardon? He wasn't even convicted of nothing yet. He wasn't even charged or convicted of nothing yet. That's because he know it's coming. He know he's coming. He know that he's in collusion with Fauci as the mandators that mandated that. And like Trump said, he made a whole lot of money. Said he made a whole lot of money. Let me see. Let's play that again.
Yeah.
Mr. President, the security detail for Anthony Fauci was terminated last night, and I'm wondering if you have any comment
about what?
The security detail for Anthony Fauci was terminated last night, sir. Do you have a comment?
No, I think, when you work for government, at some point your security detail comes off. And, you can't have them forever. So I think it's very standard. If it would be for somebody else, you wouldn't be asking the question. The question is very fair. But, you work for government. We took some off other people, too. But you can't have a security detail for the rest of your life because you work for government. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Would you feel partially responsible if something were to happen to, say, Dr. Fauci or John Bolton?
No.
He said, do you feel responsible if something happens? He's like, no.
They all made a lot of money. They can hire their own security, too.
Why did Fauci need a pardon? Because they all made a lot of money and they can hire their own security.
All the people you're talking about, they can go out. I can give them some good numbers of very good security people. They can hire their own security. They all made a lot of money. Fauci made a lot of money. They all did. So if they, felt that strongly, I think that certainly I would not take responsibility.
Yeah, that's your man's right there. That's your man's little Satan, little leprechaun Satan right there. Boy, yeah, fair use. I ain't gonna play the audio. But yeah, man, that's why he needs a pardon. Because what him and his satanic brother have joined together, let no man cut asunder. Let no man cut asunder the mandators. You know what I'm saying? The freaks of the industry. So that's what it's about, as far as I can see. That's why he needs a pardon, because of what Trump is about to send down the pipeline in the form of that. Because they did do that to him, right? That's down there the equivalent of that, right? That's the D penalty right there that they tried to give him, right? With help of, the talking heads, with help of the emotional bulldogs of the media and politics. They tried to get him there. They tried to get him to that penalty. So they failed. Now they have to kiss the ring, and now they have to await this part of the game and see whether they qualify or whether he's going to come after him on that level or not. And we supposed to have been out the way with our popcorn, worrying about our own families, our own business. But no, we wanted to throw on the dun Captain Save Biden and Captain Save Fauci and Captain Save America, white America. And, now we got the target on our back or on our front. Shaniqua, whatever happened to the scarf lady who was with Fauci every day on the news? Who was the scarf lady? Who was that scarf lady? I kind of remember what you're saying. Mo Better 1212. Man, I'm just trying to lay it out there. Not trying to embellish or exaggerate. Not to put no extras on nothing. Trump be sounding like them gangsters in the old cowboy movies. Yeah, he really a gangster, man. He's not trying. Like, he's from that whole cloth. He's from that whole culture. He is one of those guys. Trust and believe. Fauci disrespected Dr. Stella that prescribed it, such and such. Yeah, she disrespected everybody. You see what they was doing? How they was torching his ass on the congressional hearings when he was lying. They caught him lying, and he trying to make up a new definition of gain of function and say he didn't sponsor no research in Wuhan, and that's why they pardoning. That's why Biden pardoning, because if Fauci go down, then Biden got to go down. Everything that Biden made, all the money that they made, they're going to have to cough it up and be tried for crimes against humanity. This is what they're saying. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Shaniqua. But yeah, we at it now, man. We here, we at it. And I'm trying to, even if it means anything, maybe so many of our sisters and brothers are so far gone emotionally that they don't care nothing about truth and receipts and warnings. They just care about their ego and their image and their pride. They don't want to submit and admit and confess that they was deceived and they was wrong and that they should have followed a man named Farrakhan. But I guess, we think that we don't look stupid. You look even worse when you deny it. You look even worse and less honorable and less trustworthy when you deny it. When you act like, you didn't say what you said and do what you did, you know what I'm saying? Because we know you're not going to go to war against who deceived you and who poisoned you if you were poisoned. You want to go to war against those of us that's exposing them. So, the boss, America is a business. Yeah, Satan business. Satan business. What other kind of business you think it's about? Satan business. Y'all could think that it's on the surface of money. No, it's on the surface of Satan. Satan that wants to rule. Satan that wants to be in control and rule. So money is one of the things that they do it with, but now we're waking up from that spell and we're not falling for that. So they got to resort to what they always have resorted to, which is gangster violence, weapons, bombs, poisons, weapons of mass destruction. That's the real business. The real business is warfare. Did you not know that that's the business of America and that's the business of this people, this race of people for the last 6,000 years? It's not money. It's not money. Money is just something that they use, that they deceived you into agreeing with. They deceived us to agree that we would forfeit our natural rights as human beings and the precious gift of life and breath and, you know, a soul, a living soul, that we would put all that on the back burner for money. Wow. When money had absolutely nothing to do with the creation of the heavens and the earth, it has absolutely nothing to do with the sustaining and the maintaining and the perfecting, the evolving of the creation. Money has absolutely nothing to do with it, but we got deceived into respecting and obeying and allowing ourselves to be destroyed and allowing ourselves to be misused and whatnot because of money. Of course, first is because of traumatic violence and torture and torment. But once we supposedly woke up and got free, now we're supposed to be so independent. We worshiping money. We chasing money. We're not chasing God. We're not chasing the knowledge of how the creation took place and the laws and the forces of nature that governs it. We're not chasing that. No, we let Fauci and them deal with all that science stuff. We just want the money. We want the money and the fame. That's what we want. Shaniqua, her name is Dr. Deborah Burks. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I'm not hip to her. Dr. Deborah Burks or Deborah Burks that used to be with Fauci or somebody that had a scarf on. Yep, ain't no telling. BL Senior won't follow your own original righteous people. They got a history of standing for you and fighting for you and fighting against your real enemy. But we so quick to follow the real enemy and fight your your help, fight your real ally, fight against your real allies. DJ Miami Zoe, I never got the Fauci jab. I heard that. The boss, work hard and you will prosper. Work hard at what? work hard at what? 304? Work hard at what? Rejecting God's man, rejecting the knowledge of your enemy, or like work hard at what exactly? You know what I'm saying? You gotta be specific today. A lot of people have been floating or marked like Dr. Sabi. We're among unearthly beasts. Well, they're earthly, they're unnatural. They're earthly, they're very earthly, but they're unnatural beasts, that's for sure. They're unnatural for humans. They do beast stuff, so they're beasts in human forms. This is what makes them unnatural, because a human is supposed to be civilized and peaceful and righteous and truthful and harmonious and natural, not beast-like. So if we acting like the beast of the field, meaning savage and not civilized, especially the cold-blooded beasts, the reptilian beasts. That's why they call reptile. That's why the dragon is called the dragon. He started out in the early days of his life, early days of their race, being called the serpent, just like a little serpent. But since we didn't cut the head off of the serpent and we fed the serpent and we allowed the serpent time, 6,000 years to rule and to grow, the serpent grew into what's called a fiery red dragon with 7 heads or 10 horns or whatever the Bible say he got. That's a monstrous reptile, a monstrous cold-blooded monster. Cold-blooded monster devouring the whole planet. Cold-blooded, blue blood, reptilian, don't have no soul or feeling when it comes to the destruction and the preying on innocent life. That's why he's called a serpent, a reptile. It's not no reptilian people, the alien, they reptilian aliens. No, it's talking about that race of people, that their nature, their temperament, they have evolved and mastered and perfected satanic attributes, which is cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. like an alligator, like a Komodo dragon, like a snake. They have no feelings. The more that you try to, not fight back, they're going to squeeze you even harder. They're going to pump you full of venom that much quicker. You just giving them a free meal. They have no mercy, have no pity. They have no shame. They give no F's. You are a free meal. If you do not fight back, you just giving yourself and your children away to the snake, to the dragon, to have a free meal. And you think you're going to get some brownie points with a mystery God after you die. No, you just violated the most precious gift that he gave you was your soul, your life that you were supposed to defend and fight for with your life, especially the innocent souls that he blessed you to produce that's supposed to be under our care and under our charge that we're responsible for. If you really knew, like mothers, they'll fight a bear, they'll fight a lion and tiger for their children, only just to hand their child over to some dragons. Hand your child over to the worst of the beasts, the most cold-blooded of the beasts, because you didn't believe that they really are the beasts that they are. So who gonna make war with the beasts? It's war time. It's not peace time. It's not cry, lick your wounds time. It's retaliation time. And since we don't make guns and we don't make bombs, this is the retaliation. The retaliation is open your mouth and speak the word of exposing them. Stop being a punk. Stop saying, oh, I can't say this because they're going to fire me. They already fired you. They already fired your loved ones from the planet. Already fired your health. What you scared of? My money, I don't want to lose my, that's your God then. Okay, well, be quiet. Get out the way. Let those of us that got voices and testicles, that got retaliation and the vengeance of God in our bloodstream and our spirit, let us do it. Just get out the way. Just don't get in our way. Just don't get in our way. Because the grace is over for being in our way. The grace is over for being in Farrakhan's way. When I say our, I'm talking about your real Salvation Army, the real chosen people of God that have been making war with this beast ever since you've been on the planet, and you knew all about it. You heard about Malcolm X. You heard about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You heard about Muhammad Ali. Heard about Farrakhan. You heard about Dr. Khaled. You ain't no stranger to what we've been doing. But you was free to say, oh, them Muslims, they this, or they racist, or they racist, or they black KKK, or black Nazi Klan, and they this, and all right, or they killed Malcolm, or they Elijah Muhammad pedophiles, and they all the worst, terrible, worst jackets that you could give to a person. And you had grace. God gave you grace to get that shit off. No more. No more. Repeat that today and see what happened. I challenge you. Repeat it today and see what happened with you. That's going to let you know I'm not no wizard or no magician. I'm not no fruit potter magician. I'm not no warlock. I challenge anybody to say something foul against Farrakhan or Elijah Muhammad today. January 25th. See what happened. Post it on my chat. And we're going to follow you for the next 30 days. We're going to follow your social media and shit and see what happens to you. See what happens to you. That's how confident, that's how sure I know that all sins is forgivable except blasphemy against the Holy Spirit, which is a he, which is Farrakhan. That's not forgivable no more. That's not forgivable no more. Oh, so you saying that he is Holy Spirit? That's exactly what I said. I didn't stutter. You never heard me stutter, never heard me bite my tongue. You might have heard me withhold, certain information like that, but the grace is over. He's the one. He's already quiet. He's already been silenced by his Father, by our Father who art in heaven. So now we speaking. So I want to hear you disrespect Farrakhan, and I want us to all follow, your social media pages and posts for the next 30 days. I don't think you'll last 30 days before you get, some consequences that gonna come. You gonna know came directly from God. That's what I'm on. I'm on challenging showdown, public showdown. Because I'm not going to violate, I'm not going to blaspheme or whatever, somebody's God. We're going to have a conversation about it. I'm going to ask you, how is that really God? How is your mystery God really God? How does Jesus not have no biological father? How is he 2025 or 2050 something years old right now? Where he been? Where is he at? How did he, how is he supposed to be on the right hand of the Father in power? And he conquered Satan already, and then we didn't experience the worst hell that in the annals of human history until he got in power. Shit, he should have stayed. He should have stayed. He shouldn't have got in power. If this was going to happen when Jesus was in power, he should have stayed not in power, because he ain't conquered nothing. He ain't conquered no Satan. Not the Jesus you believe in, the one that you said is 2050 some years old. He ain't conquered no Satan. The Jesus that conquered Satan is the one that I'm talking about. Farrakhan. That conquered the belly, in the belly of the beast, conquered him from the inside out. That all men will hate you because for his name's sake. Not Jesus. It's 2 billion people on the planet. So why would the Bible be saying, you'll be hated of all men for my name's sake? No, that's a lie. There's 2 billion Christians, a little more than 2 billion Christians. So that's a third of the planet, a fourth of the planet. No, let you try to say the name Farrakhan and see how hated you get. That's whose name you're going to be hated for. Yeah. Right, J.D. Cat Johnson, right, 2,057 years old, because he supposedly died at 33 or 36, 2,025 years ago. So 2,025 plus 33 or 37, 36, whatever, is 2,050 something. So we just got put in slavery 400 years ago. So he was in power for like 1,500 years. Your Jesus was in power on the right hand of the throne. So allegedly I have conquered Satan already for 1,500 years. And then they took Muslims and Christians out of Africa who believed in Jesus and let us go through the worst hell in the annals of history. I'm good. I'm good on it, on your Jesus. I'm good on that Jesus. Nope, I'm good. I want no parts of it. I don't want no parts of that one. That's not the Jesus that woke me up. That's not the Jesus that taught me what I'm saying right now. I had that book for 55 years. That book didn't do it for me. And the preachers and the representatives and the popes and whoever they're supposed to be representatives of God didn't do nothing for me, but make me confused and traumatized and scared of my own shadow. Right? Stop me when I'm lying. Stop me when I'm lying. Ramadani, 2 billion Christians. That's a lot of Christians praising God or praising somebody who they think is God. That's a lot of people saying that, you'll be hated of all men for my name's sake. Well, that's a lie. Because if it's 7 billion, 8 billion people on the planet, 2 billion of them, a fourth of them believe in Jesus. So they're not hating the name of Jesus. The rest of them, 2 billion more is Muslims, and they also believe in Jesus. So that's 4 billion. Half of the population of the planet embraces and believes in the name Jesus or Isa or Yahshua. They don't have no problem with that name. But how do these same 2 or 4 billion feel about the name Farrakhan or Fard Muhammad or Elijah Muhammad? You don't like that name. Oh no, you the one that say that God is the original black man and you the chosen people, the ones that's descendants of slaves. Oh no, we don't like him. No, that happened 4,000 years ago. No, everybody was slaves. They were slaves all over the place. They're like, yeah, okay. Yeah, we know what name you really hate. We know what teachings you really hate, what real living God and gospel that you really don't hate, that you really don't want to hear. The truth that you can't bear to hear. Yeah, we know. Yeah. Have you seen me open a book? Have you seen me even on here with a suit and a bow tie on? You ain't even see me praying, open up in prayer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even though I do that, this is my prayer. All of this is in the name of the God that I claim, in the person of Master Father Muhammad, in the person of Mahdi Elijah Muhammad, in the person of Messiah Farrakhan Muhammad, and in the person of y'all, the original indigenous people. When I see you, I see God, because God is in you and you in the God. And you are all God's children of the Most High God, but we die like men, or we like sons of men or the princes of men because of our rejection of truth and whatnot. What's that Bible verse? Let me find that. For those, even though it's Saturday, we gonna go into this little Bible verse real quick. Ye are all God's, but Big Sir Mix-a-Lot, but you will die like men, because that's Psalms 82, a line from Psalm, what is that? And fall like one of the princes. 82, 6 through 8. Psalms 82, 6 through 8. I have said ye are God. Let me put this up. That's a great distinction. Oh God, judge the earth, for it is you who possess all the nations. Okay, let's put that up just as a frame of reference. For anybody that might be claiming Christianity and think that I'm blaspheming by saying that I'm a God, or that we God, or that God is man and woman. Psalms 82, 6 through 8 is say, King James, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but you shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O God, and judge the earth, for you shall inherit all nations. Nebula Ron, Nebula Prime, salute. Yeah, it is. So don't get mad at me, because I know how to read. Don't get mad at me, because I know how to read, and I ain't scared to read it. I ain't scared to say exactly what the book say without putting my own false, fake feelings interpretation on it. No, we see exactly what them words say. I have said, who is this talking? Is this David, or is this Jesus? Who is this talking in Psalms? I have said ye are gods. Who is the I that's speaking? Is one of the prophets, or is that Jesus? I know one scripture is Jesus talking, and then another scripture is David or somebody else, or Paul or somebody. But I have said you are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High, but you shall die like men. Wow. Anybody want to get the dictionary out and go word for word and define each one of the words in that sentence? Because of course, I guess Christian believers want to say words mean something else other than what English dictionaries say they mean. That's amazing also. It's amazing how they do that. BL Senior, it baffles me that we have blacks claiming to be Catholic. Right, Roman Catholic at that. Roman Catholic. When we supposed to render unto Caesar what is Caesar's. I don't think Caesar and Jesus was homies. Last I checked in the Bible. So if you black and you claiming to be a Roman Catholic, because actually the Catholic Church is the mother of all Christianity. All Christendom comes from the Catholic Church. So I don't care if you Protestant, if you Lutheran or you Baptist or whatever, all of it came from the Catholic Church, from Catholicism. But yeah, man, we on. on. Hopefully y'all don't get offended with the firmness that I'm delivering, these little messages with. Hopefully I don't offend you, but it's offense time. It's offense. We on the offense. We're not on the defense. So hopefully you don't be offended, but we are on the offense. We're running the offense now. We're taking the fight to the gates of hell, right? The gates of hell shall not prevail against it. That means the gates is, around hell and around devils and the hells that they have established for us. Such and such man's heaven is a such and such man's hell. Their heaven has been our hell for the last 400 and some years here in this land. So now it's time for God and his army to take the fight to the gates of hell, of these devils, of these Satans. And the gates of hell shall not prevail, meaning that we coming against their house. We're not fighting back because they coming against ours. That day is over with. Offense now. So you will be offended if you on that team. And you will be offed if you stay on that team. Longwood, defense wins championships. This ain't a game. So we're not talking about a game. We're talking about war. And it don't work like that in war. It don't work like that in war. That's only allowed at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? We allow somebody to aggress first. After that is offense. We're defense. This whole thing can be considered defense, but it's offense. That works with devil games. In devil sports games, sport and play, defense might win championships. In war, in God's war, divine war, no, that's not how it works. Yeah. The survival is aggressive. You have to aggressively, that's the attribute of he. That's what he means. He means aggress, penetrate, push forward, go forward. Like a sperm. Did the sperm get here by being on defense? Was you a defensive sperm or was you an offensive sperm? It was 400 million or 500 million other ones that got ejaculated out your daddy's nuts with you. So you got here by swimming defensively. Now you was a defensive swimmer. Got it. Salute, Jabril. All love. Black Symphony Beats. The time is now right that they should have no fear, only fear Allah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Fear being a coward. Fear being a coward. That's what you should fear. Fear not making war with the beast. You should fear not making war with the beast. You should fear not getting on the battlefield to where real warriors and soldiers can see that you didn't get on the battlefield. You got to deal with us. You know what I'm saying? We was able to hide and get on the sideline and act like, we didn't know no better and act like our families was keeping us busy or whatever excuses that we had. Now you should fear us. You should fear the God of us and you should fear us and having to answer to us because you wasn't on the battlefield or you ain't willing to be on the battlefield. You're not willing to get on the battlefield. You're not willing to make war with the beast. You should fear that. You should fear getting aired out and getting exposed for that. Oh, nigga, I ride on niggas. Nigga, I'm a ride. Oh, yeah. Well, we're not talking about ride on niggas. We talking about the beast. What did you ever do to the real enemy? You got any Satan tattoo tears? I don't think so. That's what the cold thing about YouTube. They got little young, homies that's locked up, that's making money on YouTube. They ain't even, they ain't even supposed to have a phone, but they on YouTube, and they sell doing content, talking about scrapping and violating other niggas. And that's not called racist. That's not called HATE or nothing. That's all acceptable. That's all falls cool within YouTube's community standards, community guidelines. But then let them same people say, you know what? I'm gonna ride on these devs and these small cats. Now you banned, you violated. They could probably raid your cell and run up in your cell. You know what I'm saying? You got a phone up in here because we heard you was doing this. Yeah, so you're not gonna have me participate. You're not gonna catch me participating in that. I'm gonna make war with the beasts on social media. I'm gonna make war with the beasts in the streets. I'm gonna make war with the beasts on the health front. I'm gonna make war with the beasts on flesh and blood. So I'm just here as a balance to balance out the foolishness. Yeah. Ramadani, can wars be competitive? I don't know what you mean. Absolutely. War is competitive. You just playing for keeps. You competing for life itself. You competing for life and death. So absolutely is competitive. Only the strong survive. You competing for survival and for power and control and for peace and for health. Yeah, competition is war. That's a form of war. Yeah. JD Cat, we've been on defense for too long. Yeah. Full contact, what in whatever way that they engage you, that we engage them back. So if it's just verbal, then it's going to be verbal, full contact verbally. If it's financial, it's financial war. If it's physical, then it's physical. And then we still rely on the God that we believe in. We don't rely on politics. We don't rely on black nationalism. We rely on God, the God force, the God power, the God individuals. There's some individual gods that we rely on, and we rely on the God within self. This God business. This is not black national business. This is not political business. This is not corporate business. It's not gang bang business. It's not street business. This is God versus devil, good versus evil business. Armageddon business. This is Armageddon business. War of Armageddon business, because that's what time we living in. And it's not between ghosts and spirits and like how they say, we war not against flesh and blood, but against, we war against flesh and blood. Flesh and blood is exactly who we war against. And we war against the evil spirits or the evil intent, evil emotions, evil attributes that's in flesh and blood. I'm not worried about no spook spirits and spiritual wickedness outside of human beings. There is no such thing as spiritual wickedness outside of human beings. The high places that spiritual wickedness and the forces of darkness of this world is here. This is the highest place, called your skull, called your brain. And then people that got high science and technology and wisdom that get together in wickedness, then they create institutions. They create corporations and companies. They create secret societies. And those are called the so-called high places, but they're places. Places is tangible. Places is physical. Spiritual wicked in high places, not high dimensions or realms or high ghosts ether, no high places on earth. The more you fight your appetite and your biological desires, the better you'll become at it. Yeah, that's right. It's called fasting. Fasting is some of the best, if not the best, exercise for unlocking your God powers. Fasting, and of course, doing right and being truthful and eating right at the same time. But fasting and getting the knowledge, studying the knowledge of your true and living God self, the science of the powers and the forces of nature, while you fasting and while you being true and righteous and doing unto others as you would want done to you, doing good to others and for others, while you fasting, while you studying, man, God gonna rush. The real God in you and the God outside of you is gonna rush blessings to you. I'm talking about not money blessings. I'm not saying you can't get money, but money is not what you after. You after the power. You after the powers, the God powers that manipulate and control the forces of nature. You after the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding of how to control the forces of nature. That's what you after. When you got that, you don't give no two shits about no money. I'm I'm exercising my God power. Money don't have nothing to do with that. Money is just a medium, just a middle little thing of exchange, a symbol that represents goods or services or brainchild or some value. Money has no power. Thank you, ex-son, husband. Just heard you mention that Farrakhan White Man's Heaven song. Yeah, I find it odd that no one has sampled that song, but they sample everything else, right? Because we scared. We scared. Yeah. And it ain't no, I'm not a producer. If I was a producer, I would do that. I think I might actually reach out to somebody, maybe Battle Cat or somebody, because the music behind it is so, it's so like classical, I think. And like violin, it's it's not like no drum sounds or no heavy bass lines or nothing, but shit, that ain't no excuse. I agree with you on that, ex-son husband. I agree with you on that. I think you might have just gave me some instruction, my newest instructions. That's how God works. God speak to you through his brothers and sisters. So I hear you, God, ex-son. Allah in the person of ex-son husband. And thank you for the super chat too. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up when I get off of here. Yeah. BL Senior, that's my mission. Thank you for love and knowledge. Yeah, man, I thank all praise, not some praise, not most praise. All the praise and thanks and gratitude is to Allah, our Savior, who came in a person, Master Father Muhammad, and who made the most honorable Elijah Muhammad all up into himself, and now is his second self, Mahdi, that has power, the everlasting Father, eternal leader of the nation of Islam, the God, the Prince of Peace, but the everlasting Father. That's talking about Elijah Muhammad. Has power over everything and everyone in creation except his Father, except the supreme Allah that woke him up. Same way that y'all understand Jesus, I'm talking about the Christ, Jesus Christ, and his relationship to the Father. Now all things is put under his power. That's Elijah Muhammad. And soon, that's Farrakhan, because now if Elijah Muhammad is sitting as God over the world, now his prophet is going to be brought up, or his messenger, his apostle is going to be brought up to sit at his right hand to exercise judgment. And that's going to be the final character. And we at it right now. He's on his way to his Father, the right hand, to receive the crown and to receive the book and break the seals thereof, especially as that seventh angel, that seventh trumpet, trump. Dreadful. That's a dreadful man. That's a dreadful man. You know, he's so loving. That is God's love in person among us. But you don't know that other side that's about to shit. That is a dreadful man. He was not the one to play with. He was not the one to play with. He was not the one to play with. He was not the one to disrespect and blaspheme. He was not the one. And before he even get back, it's certain characters that's that's just dreadful. That's just vicious. That's just your worst nightmare. You ain't seen nothing. You ain't seen no example. I don't care what monster movie, what horror movie you ever saw put together. You ain't seen nothing like these characters that avenge him. Not that he don't need they avenging. He's gonna avenge us, but these characters that's gonna do what they do in response to him and what this enemy and y'all have done to him. I just pray that I ain't nowhere in the mix. You know, I don't want no parts of those characters. I don't want no parts of that God. I don't want no parts of Farrakhan after the event. You know, I don't want no negative, no wrath parts of him. I want to be on his side. No, that's not my clothing line. It's somebody brother that gave me this gear. Matter of fact, if y'all got any gear or whatever that y'all want me to promote, y'all can send it to me. Y'all can hit me on my DM on West Coast Cam if y'all got any kind of products or apparel. You know what I'm saying? I'll rock it for you. I don't know if you want to be associated with my message though, but if you're not scared to make war with the beast, you're not scared to, you know, put your products in front of a revolutionary audience, then yeah, just send it to me. Send me what you got, and I promote it. Give me the information and how to send, you know, how to purchase it or whatever, and I rock it and I post it up. I guess that's a form of sponsorship, right? That's part of the business, the black business that we doing for self. We ain't relying on these former slave masters to circulate our own dollars among our own people. So, you know, you send me something to wear and I'll wear it and send the business your way. But yeah, on that note, man, I guess, man, I'm gonna hop off of here. I think we kind of made our point, and it's the weekend still. I know y'all probably gonna get out and about, or y'all doing what y'all doing, cleaning up or getting them rest or indulging in whatever type of vices and poisons that you know you ain't supposed to be indulging in. But I'm praying for you and I'm working for you, riding for you. But yeah, on that note, y'all can definitely also y'all can support whatever you can on the Cash App side of the game, and I'll post that up. Appreciate y'all's paying attention though and keeping us company like we do every night. So I probably look like I'm gonna be on here 7 days a week. So I'm on my personal channel, West Coast Cam channel, on the weekend in the daytime. And if I'm not over here on a digital soapbox, I'm gonna be on my personal channel on the weekend and over here on the weekdays, weeknights. I mean, 7 p.m. West Coast time, 10 p.m. East Coast time. So on that, you know what it is: peace and love, campaign, news and trail, and lives and guests. Stay busy. Peace.